Okay, good. Fucking, can it work now, please? You gotta be butt fucking me, dude. Okay.
Three.
Okay, smooth, deep
One.
thoughts. Okay. Welcome back for the second time today, everybody,
Third.
to
Third. This is number
Morrowind.
3.
Third time. Welcome back
We
to
tried, but
Morrowind.
it didn't start recording.
Yeah, we've had a hell of a time with technical issues today. If the game crashes again, I
Hail
think
and
I will
welcome. Do you
actually
have any news?
legitimately cry.
Cool. Our stronghold started, and we gotta go fix it. Or we gotta
No,
go...
now we
gotta
now
get
we have to wait
leashes.
4 days.
Nope, I just did the thing. Because I loaded the autosave instead of the...
Oh,
I can't get up that way, great.
We've been getting our asses whooped by basic technology.
Wait.
You went right back where we came from.
There we go.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer now. Maybe if God likes us, we can play this game.
This game is great. The original version of Morrowind, so good. Never crashes. Never deletes your progress.
We were trying to convert to OpenMW. And for those of you who don't know, it's basically a version of Morrowind made by people who know how to code. And there's like it doesn't read your save file because it uses a different save format.
Probably
but it's supposed to come with a converter tool to convert save files. But JJ's just didn't. At some point, hopefully, we may have to just fucking like take a day, me and James, to get back to the point we're at now. It wouldn't take obscenely long because he's played Morrowind before. It's just that's a pain in the ass, and we won't do it unless we absolutely have to. But it would make the recording and the editing process considerably faster. Don't fucking talk to that lady on that cliff. After you talk to her, the fucking game shit itself. Don't talk to her. She's like Grandma Sparkle in Fallout 3. We were also talking about just now, before we turned the recording on, we talked about doing Breath of the Wild as well to kind of break up the Morrowind content, because I've been rewatching the Game Grumps playthrough of Breath of the Wild, and I forgot how fun that game is.
Hey, you guys like Game Grumps? It's the show we're based in.
But it's like Breath of the Wild is Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games, and it was also my sexual awakening.
Man, people gonna hear you.
I know that. I already admitted in one of the earlier episodes that I want Urbosa to beat me to death. I don't know how much further I can go with that. Like, if I was a girl when I played Breath of the Wild, Urbosa would have made me a lesbian.
That's not how that works, but okay.
That is the pure raw power that Urbosa holds. But just we've had a hell of a time of it today. But I mean, we did upload a Hunt Showdown video, which if you didn't recognize the voices in that video, it's because they're our other hosts, Grayson and Cole. And they put that together, and they were like, hey, we want to upload this to DOF. It's like, all right, cool, we'll get it uploaded. And people really liked it. It's got a decent amount of views. We actually got our first hate comment on that video because some dude put in the comments, I'm assuming like a timestamp of a time they said that they hated that game, and it was like, then why y'all still playing it? The mind boggles. And I really just kind of wanted to be as rude as fucking possible to that guy, but I decided not to.
Did you know it's okay to disapprove of a game at times? Continue to play it?
I know, it's fucking weird.
I
But
I must say that it does not look like the foundations have been laid.
Yeah, it kind of looks like there's been more than that. Wait, that's the foreman, but he's an orc.
Yeah.
They're paying him? They get paid?
Oh, it's not building yet.
But anyway, you lovely... Just head back to Alderaan. But anyway, you lovely, lovely viewers have now been introduced to the other half of Doff. And at some point, the four of us will play something together, but for the moment, it's kind of a... Scheduling between the four of us is kind of fucked at the moment.
Yeah.
But, don't worry, it will be coming. Excuse me. It will be coming.
Haha, that's what she said.
But, yeah. Hopefully, if we can get it, if we can get it figured out, we may upload Breath of the Wild as well. Which I would love to do. Like, alternate it.
Yeah.
Like one weekend upload Morrowind, the other weekend upload Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's fucking amazing. You'll love it.
I like it.
Oh yeah. Are you here to discuss your stronghold? Yeah, I was gonna ask you I was gonna ask you why you have farm equipment as the foreman for building my stronghold.
Why is there farm equipment at my house? There's no farm there.
Why are you paying them is the bigger question.
He did not say he was being paid.
Well, he's the foreman. You have to pay the foreman or else he starts... he starts ensuring that OSHA isn't, followed. Journal has been updated. Foundations must hire guards to garrison your stronghold at the local guild of fighters.
Okay.
I guess go to the fighters guild, bud. And in case y'all are wondering the reason why we're doing this, it's because we have too much shit and we can't carry it all.
I have 1,000 carry weight and I almost don't have enough. Alright, Fighters Guild. I guess they're outside.
I guess I should make sure I've got all the... Okay, I do have the controller adapter. That is an important part of it.
Fighters Guild.
You probably have to charge the... Yeah, you'd have to charge the Switch, because I haven't... You probably have to charge the Joy-Cons, actually, too, because I've not had that thing hooked up to the wall in forever. Since I got the computer, actually. You'd also have to delete my save file. Which is fine, I don't care.
It's right by the Mages Guild.
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to talk to?
Fucking somebody. Just any of these ball watchers. I guess House Redoran, maybe.
No.
Considered a Redoran city. Well, then go talk to somebody who knows something. Go talk to somebody who can read.
Someone who can read.
Well, we're in the wrong building to talk to somebody who knows how to read.
That dude is frickin'. Dang.
If we wanted somebody who knew how to read, we'd have to go to the Mages Guild.
Behold, the least wheelchair accessible place ever.
They made it even less wheelchair accessible just because fuck you. Higher guards, there it is.
Oh. Cool. Higher guards.
I know a few men who can garrison your stronghold for free, but first you'll have to get my friend out of prison. She's being held. Hlalu Canton and Vivek. So we just
Great.
have to. Now, yeah, we get to go to Vivek.
How can I help?
I hope the city still isn't mad at us. I hope it was the fact that we were carrying the Nerevar.
That's probably what it was.
Training.
But no, we will
The right
hopefully,
price?
if JJ ends up getting that capture card that I sent him a link to.
Preemptively.
Yeah. We can do Breath of the Wild. And I will forewarn everybody, I will be completely normal until we get to Gerudo Town, and then I will be very quiet.
As most men are, Logan will not be allowed in Gerudo Town.
I will be simping No, it's not for sexual reasons I'm not going to be allowed in. They're going to get tired. I'm going to be like Sanji level simping for them. It's just, God, just...
We gotta go to the Halalu Canton, right?
Yeah, because she's being held
Yep.
by House Hlalu.
Halalu.
But the,
We're in the
look. Well, that dude's still mad.
Can I talk to him?
No. Is murdering him not considered a crime? Maybe because he attacked you first. We'll have to
Great. Good thing I saved.
he whooped your fucking ass.
Your most
Okay, I
recent
don't
game
think
did is, oh shit.
we may have to.
We just
I
have
think
to,
if you just leave.
we just have
I
to
think if
kill
you just leave the cell, he can't follow you.
Well, no, I'm just gonna kill him, and then all the ones that do that, I'm just gonna kill.
I think you tried that and he whooped your ass.
He was pretty close.
You want something, friend?
No. No, they wouldn't let me in Gerudo Town because I would be too busy worshipping the ground that they walk on. You may judge me, but I've seen what makes you cheer. There is actually a quest in Breath of the...
Oh, shit.
Damn. He's just gonna whoop your ass on the ground. Damn. I drained a whole bottle of Stew Jammer in one go, bruv. I'm telling you, dude, if you leave the cell, he won't attack you anymore.
I want him dead.
Shut up, Aaron and Dan. I still hit unpause on my game growth.
Oh. I was like,
Shut up. Shut up, Aaron and Dan.
The spirit of Aaron and Dan?
No, I've been... Not like I said, dude, I've been rewatching the fucking... their Breath of the Wild playthrough, and... Oh my god, Aaron is fucking bad at video games.
This is a well-known fact.
No, I just got done watching their the episode where they went to Eventide Island, and there's a section of that basically quest where it's very heavily implied that you need to use the power that you have to make ice pillars to pick an orb up and put it in a receptacle. Well, Aaron decided not to do that and fuck around with stasis and a raft and trying to launch it into the receptacle, and he kept getting mad at it because it kept failing, and I was just like, use Cryonis, you stupid fuck. Like, all the love to Aaron, but like, man, there's a reason that people make the Aaron is bad at video games joke.
Yeah. Do I still have a piece on me? Is that the problem?
I don't think. No, that dude was pissed at you before. and you left the area.
Yeah. Ebony mace.
No,
I
they stay
also-
pissed at you. No, they stay pissed at you if you leave the area.
Okay. Oh, I need to find an inn so I can rest.
Yeah. I'm a busy guy. So
No,
if you could wrap this
Morrowind's AI stays pissed at you if you leave an area. So, like, no matter what, that dude was going to be hostile. I'm
Is there a
fairly certain.
inn around here?
Around here, probably not. Don't you have a ring that heals you?
Oh yeah, that's right. Ring of healing.
Engraved ring of healing. See, in Morrowind, you have two different sets of hands. You have magic hands, and you have weapon hands. You know, I understand the logic of if you get attacked first, it's not a crime, but I don't know if the ultra totalitarian temple would be super okay with you fucking murdering one of their ordinators.
They didn't do anything about it.
Well, I mean, the only people who saw it are these people, and would you want to tell? Would you want to tell the government about a guy who fucked up like a Terminator, basically?
No, I would not. The guy's
No,
watching as he throws a fireball at me as I run straight through it and cut him to pieces with a danger greatsword. Also, how tough are those guys? Because I have 200 strength. And,
Those guys are
and 79
fucking
long
insanely strong. Let me look up and see what level they are. Ordinators. Ordinators. There we go. UESP. Probably Ordinators Morrowind. It's probably
Can't
what I
rest,
should
there are
have.
enemies nearby. Okay, is every
Or-
ordinator in the city mad at me?
That one isn't. No, because there was another Ordinator out here that was pissed at you last time.
Yeah. I felt like I was floating for some reason.
They're level 20.
Oh. We good, bro? We ain't good.
Up. Nope. Why do the Ordinators not fucking like you? Dialogue bugs. Why the hell? What's your standing with the temple?
How do I check that?
I don't know. Like it's the where it says your major skills, maybe? Because the only thing I can imagine is you pissed off the temple somehow.
Right, well, let's... We're good.
Are we?
We're good.
Talk
It
to him.
is specific few. Faith, law, justice. Walk on.
Why the fuck do those ones not like you?
Because I was carrying the items near them. Then I'm gonna go in here and buy a full restore.
Well, we joined. Why the fuck are they attacking you, though? That doesn't... I'm assuming that you have decent standing with the temple, because we've not gone to Cauldron yet. And it's going to Coggerin that pisses off all of the great houses. I love when you give these things $30 and they do actually nothing. Oh, it's just like an actual cult. It's like an actual cult. You pay them and they give you nothing.
Wait.
You're paying for these, by the way. I hope you know that.
Yeah, it's 5 coins.
You paid $30 on that one in that fucking tomb, and it gave you nothing. Oh, it's like an actual cult. Oh, that's funny.
None of these heal me.
Sign you.
Can I have healing,
7
please?
graces. Well, no, because you're obviously a godless Inwa if the fucking ordinators don't like you. I genuinely can't like think of why the ordinators would be attacking you. Because we don't have any of the Indoril armor. And we're not in bad standing with the temple yet because we haven't gone to Coggerin. Because you have to actually be recognized by one of the Ashlanders as being the Nerevarine for the temple to not like you, and we've not done that yet because we've not been to Coggerin.
Ow. Why did I just take damage?
I don't know. I'm confused as to why they don't like you.
I don't know.
I guess you'll just have to be careful, I guess.
Squibis?
The fucking ordinators, apparently.
Alright, where's Lalu?
That's a good question, actually. Where are we at, Temple?
Redoran.
The Hlalu can is right by the Redoran can. It's to the left of the Redoran can.
How? There is no one left.
Yes, there is. I'm looking at it on the map.
Okay.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, I believe you.
I said that to you because I was looking at it.
This one is Del.
Ah, you special little boy.
Yeah, that's why everyone loves me. It's because I'm special.
Huh. Oh God, that was a stretch. Duran.
Invisible. That's fun. Too bad I can't read Daedric. Arena.
Nobody can read Daedric. It's like French, it's not a real language.
Now I'm confused.
Okay, did you go to the left or to the right?
You said to go to the left, but Redoran is the last one on the left.
It's not.
Okay, so I'll go westward.
Go to the leftmost edge of the red orange canton and you will see a whole ass other building.
Got it. Yep.
Hello, pretty kitty. Hello, Margaret. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. I have actually I have 3 cats. And I love each and every single one of them. Except for Tabby. Tabby can be a bitch.
It does not show up on the map, but here it is.
Yes. It's almost like Logan is looking at a map of the game world.
You're right. You were so right. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Do never doubt the massively testicled one ever again. I don't know.
Oh,
You expect me to come out the fucking pussy drawing Mozart?
kind of.
Outlander, what do you want?
Okay, go to... You have to go to the Hualu treasury.
The treasury.
And no, I don't know where that is.
Go ahead.
I love the way the ordinators walk.
Oh.
Okay, what'd you do to piss them off?
I don't know.
James, why are you so unpopular?
I don't know. It's got to be tied to the heist we did.
Well, you were bitching and moaning at me about wanting better armor, so I got you better armor. This is the consequences, baby. This is the consequences, BBY. Why do you walk like you have to shit? Walk in front of him, see what he does. Okay, they're not cool. Where the okay, where is the treasury? Hang on. Now that we're men, we have facial hair. Now that we're men, I choose my underwear. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, Mr. Krabs. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na-da-da-da. Take a look at what the mermaid did. Da-da-da.
Oh.
Okay, we need to go to the wasteworks. That's where the treasury is. I just love how fucking disrespectfully they knock you to the ground. Oh, you're back here.
Yep. Why are we cool? Can I please... Fines and compensation.
Well, it's the Hualu treasury is in the wasteworks, so like in theory, all we have to do is run into the wasteworks, get to the treasury, then wow. We can figure it out. I changed my underwear.
Another mermaid.
Now that we're men, we have facial hair. In case anyone was curious, this game works. Not at all. Bow, 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 now, 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 bow, now, now. Bow, 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 now, 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 bow, now, now. Well, let me have a rule, a saw, and a board, and I'll cut it. Nee, nee, nee. Bow, now, 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 now. Bow, 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 now, 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 bow, now, now. Well, let me have a rule, and a saw, and a board, and I'll cut it. Nee, nee, nee. Bow, now, 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 bow, now, now. Bow, bow,
So I
bow,
mean,
now.
the waste works.
Yes. That's another game that we're gonna play on the channel is Red Dead 2. Because this fucker's never played it. Or he's never played past like chapter 2.
I don't want to watch Arthur die.
Well, too fucking bad. You're gonna watch it like a man. If I had to watch the only man I would ever take it up the ass from die, then so do you.
What? Okay. Run, run, run. As fast as you can. You'll never catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Man, his name is Big Dick Randy. Big Dick Randy. He take booty, not just candy. You seen that video? Okay, he's mad at you too. I don't know what you did to piss off all the ordinators.
I'm not faster. You will pay with your blood.
He's just fucking clubbing you. We have done something to piss these guys off, and I don't know what it is.
Killed several ordinators.
That was House Telvanni. House Lawley should fucking congratulate us for robbing from House Telvanni.
I don't think they differentiate between houses, the ordinators.
I know for a fact House Lawley would pay your fucking fine because you fucked with House Telvanni. I know for a fact they would do that. Bow, 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 na, 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 na. Well, let me have a rule and saw and a board and I'll cut it. Na, na, na. Excuse me. I'm very gross. I'm just sitting here looking at the Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Just here looking at the wiki and checking out the weapons. I mean, if you want to get technical.
This is kind of my trump card right now.
Well, if you want to get technical, I don't think we have to finish the construction of the stronghold to put stuff in it. This is just for bragging rights.
I can't go inside of it until this is done.
Okay, you can.
We tried to enter the door.
No.
Yes, we did.
No. Did we?
Yeah, we did. This is pretty great, actually. I'm wearing Caius' shirt, which also makes me extra sneaky.
Oh. All right, I forgot that I opened up the wiki page for in my time of need for Skyrim. Fun fact: you'll actually run into if you walk around Skyrim, you'll run into Alakir fucking sexually harassing Red Guard women on the road thinking that they're Sadia.
What?
Yeah. You can't, like, tell her about it until you kill the plot dragon, but no. They're just straight up, like, sexually
Damn, this
harassing these
sucks.
women on the road.
Are we cool? Let's see if he watches.
I guess. Although we do need to get the key off of him, so...
I bet I can pay the
Yeah. I bet you can't.
Freeland Aquace.
Verlaine Aquace.
Oh, you just open it. Will he get
Oh.
upset?
Hmm. If you crouch, you shouldn't.
Tower key? Return. Save. Oh shit.
Sadia.
Alright.
You missed the door. You know how I just said Aaron is bad at video games? You missed the door again.
How do I keep missing the door?
Because it's not popped up that you're looking at the door, it's popped up that you're looking at him.
Okay.
Now crouch this time or the guard will get pissed at you.
It's her.
Whatever.
Escape.
I guess let's make a run for it. And now we just have to get her... Wait, I'm in the wrong wiki. Now we just have to
Bye.
get her...
The chameleon
Let's see.
amulet is pretty great. For the amulet of
Okay, all we need to do is get her out of the treasury, and then she'll
shield. Oh,
be fine.
thank you.
I'm out.
Cool.
Okay,
He couldn't even
now we go.
see me.
Now we go talk to that other dude. Lalu. Now, House Lalu are like the dirty, stinking globalists that nobody else likes.
Oh yeah, they're imperial lovers.
Well,
Which
House...
I mean, I'm an imperial lover. Why can't we see my throbbing neck?
Ah, the amulet wore off.
Look at it.
No, it didn't. Yeah. I think House... No, because House Lalu's the one that runs Solstheim, I believe. At least they are by the time of Dragonborn. So now we need to go back to Perseus, and he'll send some homeless dudes to...
Fix our problem.
Yeah. And then after that, we'd have to get to the rank of House Father, and I really highly doubt that we could get there in the course of this episode.
Why would we? Is the stronghold not ours?
No, it is. It's just... I guess... I guess it depends on if you want to do...
The ordinator in here is dead, so
Well, it depends on if you want to do, like, if you want to try Coggerin today, or if you want to do this, because House Father's only 3 ranks above the one that you're currently at.
I want to enjoy my home for a little bit.
The only real benefit to... The only real benefit to it is if you... Excuse me. If you... Words. If you become House Father, I think it becomes bigger and you get bitches.
Bitches.
Well, more specifically, your guards get bitches.
What?
I don't understand what was so hard to comprehend about that. I said it pretty clearly.
Do you get servants in your home?
No, you get bitches.
Women?
Yes.
That's icky.
Literally, if the part of the fucking instructions on the wiki is attracting some women.
Are we cool or can you just not see me?
He probably just can't see you. No, like, your guards are...
Oh, no, now we're cool. So it's just the ones that were already mad at me.
No, okay, so what it is you want to attract settlers, and your guards come up to you and they're like, hey, big chief, we want wives, so go find hot single women so that we can marry them. And it's like, well, you have a couple options for this. You can buy slaves, or you can convince people to move to your stronghold. So you're not just buying women for the sake of there being women. You're getting them so that your guards have wives, pretty much.
Dang. Morrowind is
Training?
old school.
I must be going, so if you could make it.
I must be going. My dick doesn't work.
I'm a silly little bugger.
I'm a silly little cock who likes watching big orcs fuck my wife.
I am here for hiring guards.
Hiring guards. I think now you're... Hang on. Report back to... Yeah, then report back to Gulsa and then wait 5 days and we should be. Because I kind of want to attempt Coggerin today.
Okay. Won't that make...
But-
Will Redoran still like me?
No,
Or do I need to be house father for that?
it depends on, do you want your stronghold to have hoes in it or not? That's kind of it's kind of the end all be all of this, is to get, if you want house father, then your stronghold has hoes in it.
Well, no, I kind of want to stay cool with House Redoran.
Well, they're not gonna hate you, you just can't advance once we do Coggerin. You can't advance through the great houses after you do Coggerin until you become Hortator of the great houses.
Oh.
I like what I see.
I suppose we can.
Big
Like
Papa.
basically military leader.
Because of Vivek.
Because the first Nerevar was Hortator of all of the great houses. He basically united the Dunmer to fight the dwarves.
I did.
Foundations, guards. Perseus
I
agreed
suppose we can
garrison.
talk.
Now you
What
wait
do
5
you
days
want?
and then we can go crash at our bachelor pad. No, you're having to retread the steps Nerevar took, which means getting everybody to like you.
Ah.
Which we've already gotten Crassius Curio. We can't do that. We're not a house father yet. So now go to your stronghold and we'll put our shit in there.
It says counselor.
But you have to, yeah, but it means clan father or house father. Because that's a rank you have to be in at to do that. But once we... No, you have to become Hortator of the Great Houses and then be named Nerevarine by the Ashlanders. You're basically retreading Nerevar's steps to convince everybody that you are in fact he.
I am in fact he, Nerevar.
Yeah.
The Nerevarine. Why am I doing this? I need to remember that I can do this.
Nerevarine. Nerevar, something bad romance. I need a nut. I need to not sing that. My singing voice is too good. You want to get seed?
Yeah, dude, when you get seed.
We could write a bad romance. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Damn it, we're doing it again. Caught in a damn it.
Cat in a bad romance.
I'm sorry that song fucking slaps hard. White Chicks was amazing. White Chicks was amazing. He believes it too. White Chicks is one of the worst fucking movies ever made. We could write a bad romance. I live for the applause, blur, blur.
Lady Gaga has Yas Queen energy.
I don't know what the hell my dad complains about music from my generation. My music from my generation fucking slapped hard.
I can't wait to hate the new generation's music.
Well, fucking KSI came out with that song recently that just
Just
sucks.
has a straight up prime ad in the middle.
Unbelievably hard, yeah.
I remember it
Straight up.
starting out and I was like, hey, this isn't actually that bad, and then it got bad.
And then it got bad. My favorite comment that I ever saw about that song is, well, I mean, if it had a different beat, different lyrics, different artist, different producer, different rhythm, different everything, it would be a good song. I was just like, did you see that fucking Coco Melon commented on that shit? He fucking ratioed him on his own video.
That's terrible.
My fucking god. Things have not been nice for KSI recently. Shit, things haven't been good for Mr. Beast recently. That motherfucker fell from grace harder than anybody else I've ever seen.
Yeah, because
Jimmy! Come on, Jimmy! That's kind of it's like the most obvious example of you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain ever.
he did good things, and then he didn't do good things. So
Yeah. No, he did good things and then he started doing good things for publicity and then he quit doing the good things.
because he realized it was better to keep the money.
Yeah. Is that it there? Yep.
Oh, so now it has walls.
Yeah. I can't believe that there's a fucking section of the Elder Scrolls wiki called attracting some women.
And it's right.
It's correct. Yield. All right, you're the fucking landlord. You own this part of Morrowind now. Bitch, I am the landlord. Porter, girl. What can I do for you, Kinsman? Okay, go put your shit in.
You.
Hello.
Go put your shit in the croissant.
I suppose we can talk. What do you want? Tell
Who the hell are
Hey,
you?
You were the dude at the front desk, I think. No, you weren't.
Do you have a fucking receptionist?
Urn. With scuttle in it. Chest. Lock level 50. In my own home.
In my own. Probably talk to him. He might give you a key.
Bone mold.
Ooh, bone mold.
If you didn't have bone mold by this point, though, that'd be kind of strange.
What can I do for you?
What do you know about Solstheim?
Solstheim. A terrible place. Yeah, he's not wrong. We'll get to Solstheim eventually once we get high enough level.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I suppose we can talk.
Is that an enchanted ebony
What
shield?
do you want?
Ah. Holy
That's
crap.
a round shield, though. Mine is huge.
Huh. Well, yours is a
Tower
tower shield.
Yeah.
Yours has higher defense. What does she do?
Grab him!
Oh, no.
She had that fucking fang on her.
I just stuck my hand in her pocket and I guess groped her and she was like...
Your hand got a little bit too close to her butt cheek and she pulled the 9 on you.
Yeah. I am the lord of a section of Morrowind.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
Is this my room?
Player housing. It appears to be.
Why?
Why are
Why
the
is it
chests
left?
locked? This is my house. Three.
Why are
Great,
the
the greatest
chests
overall
locked?
storage.
This is my house.
Well, it should be. Make a save anyway, but we should be fine to just leave our shit here because, I mean, we do own this area. Why is this locked? It's my house. That would be like if you bought fucking... I'm trying to think of the name of the house you can build for Falkreath, but I can't.
Fits.
Ah, right. Chests have limited storage. I forgot to tell you about that.
Drawers.
Take them big ass drawers off. Cruel, cruel world, must I go on? Besides, where we're about to be going, Cauldron, it's got a lot of treasure. So we can sell most of what we get there to Creeper. Creeper. Oh man. So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. Why do you have 13 armor, Samers? Well, I guess first thing you should do is sleep in your new bed. Oh my god, you're not homeless anymore! I can't make homeless jokes anymore because you have a house now.
I must sleep in... Oh, a place to put my most...
The 36 lessons of fifth. We need to get a copy of every single one of those. Antecedents of... What are those? Boots of Blinding Speed. That would make sense. Okay, you should be good for right now. Unless you want to dump something else here, but...
No, I'm pretty good. The
Book of Dawn and Dust.
Wait, we gotta do this right.
Strip yourself nude. Scrape through the door. Any of you ladies want to join Nerevar in bed? They actively fucking leave. They unemploy themselves. Huge. We don't have mods installed. We can't take the underwear off.
Hello, ladies. Who wouldn't want to get with all this?
You look like you ate protein once.
Never again.
And never ate anything else ever again.
Greetings, Outlander. I think I've heard of you before.
Are you twerking?
I think I'm just having a stroke.
Is this your mate? Is this your attempt to attract a mate? Is this your mating dance?
Wait. I know what I must do.
I don't think she's ever been less turned on.
What the?
Oh, right. I think these guys are actually merchants, so I think you can
Do
like
you
buy
need
things from them.
something, Outlander?
Not this guy. This guy's a loser.
He's got a cool hood, though. Whoa. Is that silver armor?
I believe it is.
Hello.
Hello.
Talk to the chick at the
Tell
bar.
me
What does she
you
do?
want.
Salt.
What's yours?
Well, okay. In her defense, the first thing that you did when you walked
Tell
down
me
here
what
was
you
you tried to molest her, and the second thing you did was you stripped buck ass nude and started twerking in front of her.
Ooh. That would be the place to come get one of those if we weren't, immediately aware. There's
Oh.
gold in my home.
Well, it would be, but this place doesn't exist until you start building it. So
I know. Ebony throwing stars. Ebony arrows.
you're just gonna sleep and you're curious.
My Queris.
Pronounce curious if you're wrong.
No, I'm gonna jump on the bed and get brain damage from the ceiling. You see that?
Yeah, the whole
brain
whole
is what
owning-
makes me forget. Alright,
Well, you sleep in the damn bed so we can go to Cauldron.
time to sleep for it.
For 24 hours. And now check to make sure that your shit's all still where you left it.
Yep.
Okay. Agree.
Alrighty.
Jimmy! Come on, Jimmy!
Yes.
Did you move your mic? You got a little quiet.
Maybe.
Damn it, James!
Back to it. We're good. We're good.
Damn it, James!
We're fine. We're fine. I moved it back.
Damn you, James! James, you brown-haired twat, the war gods look down upon ye!
I wonder what's in that locked chest.
I'm more curious as to why there are chests in your house that you can't open. You don't have a high enough lockpicking skill. They also don't stack.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't.
Aw. Why not?
Because they don't?
Aw. Wow.
Bro's punching air right now.
I already used that power today. That's what I rested for 4 hours ago. Shock Eater Row, pound meat. So silver gold. Neat. My stronghold is neat. I kind of wish that the bone molds and those kind of armors were better. Because, well, I guess Daedric is made out of demons. So that's like the next step in like badass made from living things would be. Alright, where are we heading?
We are going back to the Ashlanders.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
So I don't actually know.
Now, do I speak to her?
No, we need to talk to Genghis Khan.
We have 7 trials, right?
Yes.
Tool will tell you the 3rd trial.
No, we need to. No, we need to talk to Sumatul.
Yeah.
Because he'll
That was just what I
tell
said.
us, though.
I'm Outlander.
Jagatai. I love that Jagatai Khan is actively hunting Dark Eldar. From the ruins.
Path of the Cauldron.
Okay.
So now you need to go to Cauldron. And Cauldron.
Oh, I didn't ask him where Cogran was. This is the Ursulaku camp, Outlander. East.
Now Cauldron is. Open your map. Okay, Cauldron. Actually, it should show you Cauldron.
Oh,
Cauldron, there it is.
he said east, but he lied.
That's
Deceiver.
technically. That's technically east.
What's our time looking like?
We got about an hour.
Alright. A rat. Oh shit. A rat.
A rat.
Oh, I am loving the cold weather.
As per F100, I hope it's in stock because I rub it on my nips and the bell end of my cock. I ever showed you that.
Nope. My long blade skill is increased to 81 though.
We're just blonde boys doing what blonde boys do.
Is this it?
No.
Not even. I was like, that seems awfully
You're
fast.
nowhere near Cauldron, you fucking idiot. No, that's Lando Ancestral Tomb.
Oh right, that was where we got the bow.
No.
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 Oh.
We got the bow from the Ursulaku burial cavern.
All right.
I don't mean to make fun of James whenever something like that happens. It's just James is probably like
Logan has an eidetic
mechanically.
memory and I don't.
No, James is like probably mechanically the smartest person that I know, but he absolutely does not use it ever.
I'm a technician for a multi-billion-dollar company. What are you talking about?
James, you don't have to think, and it's probably better that you don't think with all those welding fumes. Buffoons. Now we'll definitely have to power level to do the DLC,
Right.
or will. Yeah, probably. Excuse me. Because the goblins in the sewers of Mournhold are gonna just eat you alive. At the current point in time.
'Cause I'm just level 6.
Yeah, no. The goblins in Mournhold will eat you alive, much less Almalexia. And the less things I say about what Karstag will do to you, the better.
Karstag will make me sad.
Karstag will make you his bitch, is what would happen.
Is that a stream of rocks or the largest worm ever?
That is... might be both. SPF 100. I hope it's in stock because I rub it on my nips and the bell end of my cock.
It's a dead thing. It's a giant,
It's probably a
one of those
dead
little
silt
grub
strider.
things.
It's probably a dead silt strider.
Oh, maybe?
Maybe.
Nope.
But,
It doesn't have the thing on its back. The, like, the little dip that they sit in.
well, I don't know, James.
I think it's one of those little worm guys, but it's ginormous. It's probably a Shai-Hulud reference, actually.
Probably. But the,
Oh, I overshot it.
yeah, you're north of Cauldron now. And I will warn you, the enemies in here are really strong. Which is why I wanted to get you better armor before we... That's why I wanted to get you the Daedric before we got here, but most of the Daedric makes you have to go to Mournhold, and you ain't ready for that. Unless you want to stab Devaith Fear to death.
Who is that guy?
That is Mr. Cargo Run himself.
Cargo Run? Cargo Run.
There's a thing... Makuba.
I'm on the back side.
There's a thing up on top of it that you need to go into, because there's a little squid-faced dude you need to beat.
Oh shit.
Cliff Racer. I think it's... Might be to your right, actually. I think it's in there. Temple of Fae. I think it's in there.
Oh,
And
what
I'm correct. Worm face. Yeah, these dudes are... Yeah, they're decent. You may have to wait... You may have to wait behind that statue thing in the middle for him to run out of magic before you attack him.
I need more
'Cause...
healing potions, but I never have any because nobody ever has them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kite his magic out from behind that statue in the middle of the room.
Oh, great.
And you're all the way back here. I'll just mark or recall back to Urashalaku. Because fun fact, everybody, this game's not like Skyrim where mages just have infinite stamina or infinite magicka. No, they very much can run out. It's actually kind of advised for a couple of enemies because they're really fucking strong otherwise. I'm trying to think of if Almalexia runs out of magicka, because I know she throws spells at you and those spells are strong as shit. I can't think of it at the moment, but... Did you make a safe?
I was gonna do one before I went in there again.
Okay, when you get back to Cauldron, you need to, whenever you go in there, because two of the items that we need are in that room, you need to stay on the other side of the statue and bait out his magic until he runs out, because once he switches to fists, he can't hurt you. Yeah, pretty much. Well, he can hurt you, but he can't, like, if you die to him when he's just using his fists, then you need to pack up the damn mouse, my gamer. You unequipped your weapons.
Yeah, one of these guys. I thought it was a giant one of those. Quama.
You know, I'm really glad that graphical fidelity for games has like gotten to the point where it is, because you can really tell who has seen a real woman and who spends all day jerking it to anime women.
What are you talking about?
No, okay, see now how ever since like graphical fidelity for games got so good that like the characters actually look like real people,
Oh, yes.
and how a bunch of people complain that the women aren't hot enough because they look like actual people.
Yes, I do.
I like it because you can tell who has seen an actual woman and who only looks at anime women and never leaves their goon cave. Like, do you remember when when everybody got fucking pissed off and said that they were, yeah, that Aloy had peach fuzz? And it's like,
have you ever been close enough to a woman's face to look at it?
well, no, see, they haven't, because they never leave their basement. But like, I saw some fucking thing where like somebody was claiming that Ashley's face in Resident Evil 4 Remastered looked like a dude, and I was like, what fucking rock are you living under, dude?
I will say some of the character designs that they're coming out with suck.
Like for which game specifically?
What was the one that just like frickin' died totally?
Oh no, Concord's character designs suck ass. I will agree with you on that one.
And a lot of the new stuff that they're doing is not like they're over masculizing some characters.
Yeah, you just need to dance around the statue until he runs out of spells. And then once he runs out of spells, you can just whoop his ass.
Oops. Well,
Dap, you're gonna die. Nah, you're dead. Actually, is this the room you need to be in? It might not be.
I don't know.
I thought it was.
Anywho,
Check the
my
one on your
save's right here.
check the one on your left, like immediately.
Okay.
So it might be that one too. I know that 2 of the 3 things you need here are like right in the... Is this it? Oh, there's writing on the floor. Okay, this is not it. You might not be strong enough for this area. You might not be strong enough for this area yet. We may have to actually go do like Fighters Guild stuff to level you up. Because I don't think you're high enough level for this area yet. Okay, no, I see one of the items that you need. This is the room that you needed to be in.
The House Dagoth Cup.
Yeah. And then there were corpus sweepings on the floor over there. You ran past them.
What?
You ran past them again.
Ah, here?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can try to get through this area, man, but I don't know if you're strong enough to survive. We may need to go... You don't need to go in there. We may need to go...
Is the worm faces the deterrence for rooms I don't need?
Well, they're just really strong. But we may need to do, like, Fighters Guild stuff to level you up, because... Like, your output is good. What you can take is lacking severely. Because even with the ebony, you're getting 2 or 3 shot by a lot of these enemies.
I'm not a high enough level, because if I do level up, it'll be great. But I'm not leveling up.
Yeah, we really should have picked a... I think if we do end up having to, or if we do end up getting back to this point in OpenMW, if we like redo the save in OpenMW, we're definitely min-maxing the fuck out of your build. All cries are waking. White is white. Of all white, black is black. Shaman sun. Sun is shadow. Stronger than gods. Enter Silver Star Moon. Drake. Lich. Thelman. This is basically just, I think, insane ramblings about Dagoth.
Yep, I think so as well.
Yeah. No, if we... No, this is... No, this is basically the Satanic Temple. You can't do anything here.
Why does everyone keep developing trunks and stuff? Why is it always trunks?
So that's what Corpus does. It mutates your body and makes you all goofy.
Come on, no. These guys fucking suck.
I don't want to like cramp your style, but I think it would be smarter to take an episode or two to like level and
That
then
would
come
be
back here,
wise.
because you're
we're halfway there. We're 2/3 of the way
no,
there.
no, we're not.
Oh.
No, there's a whole... No, they put the first two right at the start. There's a whole ass rest of this dungeon we would have to go through, and I don't think you're strong enough to survive.
Okay. Well then. Let's all see me, shall we?
Yeah, let's go do more Radaran and Fighters Guild stuff. And we'll work on leveling up. I figured this would happen, I just didn't know when it would happen, but we got a bit further than I figured we would. I thought Bardal would be the part where we have to.
Playing well served us well.
Yeah.
Until it couldn't.
I thought either Bardal or... I thought either Bardal or when you got Corpus was when we were going to hard stop, but... Yeah. We may... I was about to say, depending on entirely how you feel. Nah, we can just... Yeah, I'll ask you when we're done with the recording session.
Okay.
No. This game is... It's a lot less like Skyrim, or it's not at all like Skyrim almost. Like, Skyrim is kind of designed to where if you focus on nothing but the main quest... Did you crash?
No. I'm sitting here waiting for you to finish talking.
But it's like, Skyrim is kind of designed to where if you focus on nothing but the main quest, like starting out, you can beat the main quest at like level 13 or whatever. This game's kind of from the era where they're like, hey, go explore the RPG world, dumbass. Level up and then come back.
Alden is always like level 38 or something, I think.
Yeah, but you can beat Skyrim way lower. I think I was like level 20 something when I beat Skyrim for the first time. Let me look and see what the minimum level is. Okay, yeah, no, they're... Oh, yeah, no, you were getting fucked on. The lowest level in Cauldron is 16.
Oh.
So yeah, you can dish out the damage, but you can't take it.
Cannot receive it.
No. Oh my god. So, yeah, no, just continue. Are you gonna...
I'm getting up. I sat down for a second.
Oh. Sometimes we get a contract from one of the locals, and sometimes that's a bit strange.
We gotta go to Voss.
Yeah, gotcha. We have to go to Telvoss?
Great. I didn't get enough information.
You didn't. I don't think you did the quest. Voss. Go to Voss, meet with the Bland. Harbinger and a worthy warrior. She's young and experienced, ambitious and noble. Where the fuck is Voss?
This is a remote island west of
Dagenfell.
How can I help you?
Where the hell is Dagon? Where the hell is Dagenfell?
I really
So-
have to reiterate, this guy looks friggin' awesome.
Yeah. Where the hell's Dagenfell? Oh, wow, there's Voss. Okay, go back to the Urshalaku camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's north of the Urshalaku.
You know what I think is really funny?
What's that?
They started doing 3D games when, like, 2D games started to look really good.
Well, they started doing...
Because it's easier to do 3D, right? It always will be.
Not necessarily, but, like, they started doing 3D
Whoa,
purely
what the fuck are you?
because... That's a huge-ass dung beetle.
Shulk.
Okay, so look at your map real quick. See if it tells you where the... Okay, it does. See that dot way out there in the middle of the ocean?
Fuss.
That's where you need to be. Yeah.
This is really
No.
the go fucking travel dumbass simulator.
Dude, you have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna go into a bit of a history of 3D gaming and kind of gaming in general. The reason that 3D games really took off and the reason that they're so prevalent now is because back in the, like, specifically, I think starting with the SNES, that is a... Oh, those things ruled Tamriel in a different Kalpa. Drangs. Yeah, no, those things ruled Tamriel at one point.
Oh, it's one of
In a different Kalpa.
it's
Yeah.
one of the Beastmen races.
Yeah. No, they ruled Tamriel at one point. In a different, like, cycle, I guess if you could call it.
How well can you rule Tamriel when you can't leave the water?
Oh. Well, you know how it be. People don't think it be like it is, but it do. But...
Well, all I saw was like, is that a frickin' octopus mermaid?
That's basically what they are. No, the reason that 3D games, for the most part, have
Come on.
become sort of the standard...
Do it.
Standard? have become sort of the standard for gaming, is because back in the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis days,
Oh, yours is bigger.
they sort of started making 3D games. Like, F-Zero is kind of the one that everybody thinks about whenever you think of... F-Zero and Super Mario Kart are sort of the ones that you think of when you picture, like, SNES games that look 3D. Because they use... And I will say this by prefacing that I think the Super Nintendo is a mechanically superior console to the Genesis. Because it is a physically more powerful console. So part of the way that they did that is they created, with F-Zero, they created sort of a pseudo 3D effect, where they're taking 3D sprites, or they're taking 2D sprites, but they're, and Super Punch-Out does this too, where they're taking 2D sprites, but they kind of fuck with it, and they change some of the settings to where it looks 3D. It's not truly 3D, but it looks 3D, and that's the important part, because it shows
That's what
that
Doom
the
did.
system... Well, yeah, that's what Doom did. It shows that the system it's running on is mechanically powerful enough to, you know, run things like that, and they look really, really good. Even still to this day, Doom is one of the best looking games ever, especially considering how old it is. But
Yeah, it really is just a pretty great looking sprite. I mean, it's obviously you can see that this is a 2D space rendering a 3D area.
yeah,
because
rendering
they've
in 3
oriented-
dimensions.
They've oriented the 2D sprites in such a way that it makes a 3D environment, which is just an incredible feat of it. Dang it,
Did the game crash?
the game crashed.
Son of a bitch. did it put you back in Cogger? Oh, this is
Welcome
see, this
back,
is why I
everybody.
always
Fuck
this is why I give
everything.
us additional time.
I hate this stupid
Oh.
fucking game so much.
Maybe don't like die or crash. Have you thought about that?
I didn't die. I did nothing wrong and I still lost.
Tell me what you want.
Anyways,
What is
we're
it,
gonna
sir?
trust that it's recording properly, and if it's not, if it's just recording audio, I'll put something entertaining in there while we
Well-
talk.
We'll animate the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll figure something out because James is tired. It's about 4 in the morning right now. I mean, we're awake for longer than that, but like not really doing anything. That's just normally us talking. But anyway, like back to what I was talking about with the video games. It's a case of you need to talk to. Oh wait, no, you don't. No, you talked to the other guy already. The reason that 3D games, like that whole thing we were talking about with Doom, where it's a 2D sprite that they've stretched into a 3D environment, that proved that your system was powerful enough to render those sorts of things. And back during the bit wars, which have been a disaster for the gaming industry, the bit wars it's like the Industrial Revolution. The bit wars and its consequences have been a disaster for the gaming industry. The part of the reason that, that we started going into the 64 bits, 32 bits, 16 bits, that whole AVGN meme, is because, gamers at back in... Are you gonna kill the thing that's biting your ankles? Yeah. Okay. But the reason that 3D gaming became so prevalent is because gamers wanted more powerful and better looking games, and it's like 16-bit is kind of the upper limit for 2D games in my personal opinion. Like, you have 32-bit obviously, and there wasn't a terribly large amount of games made for 32-bit systems, mostly because there weren't really any 32-bit systems other than like the Sega 32X, and that fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, the jumps
But
get substantially faster as time went on.
yeah, well, there were 32-bit consoles planned, which were, I think the Sega 32X was initially supposed to be the Sega Panther, which is going to be a standalone system, and it probably would have been better than the 32X, but Sega ultimately decided that it wasn't really worth it, and they decided to go for the Sega Saturn, which was their, 32-bit or 64-bit system. But as you go through the bit wars and, gamers want more and more impressive graphics, more and more powerful consoles, the way that you sort of sort of show that your console is, make sure to say, that your console is powerful to try to get gamers to buy your console and buy your games, is they made the jump to 3D. And you can kind of see over time in like the N64, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn era, you see games go from looking like not Morrowind. No, God, Morrowind was way after this. You see games kind of go from looking like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time are sort of the two games that really define the 64-bit era. Okay, it's the next island over. Because do the controls suck? Yes, immensely the controls suck for both of those games. But, it's like, it's uncharted territory. They were figuring out how 3D games even work. And you can sort of see when the GameCube came out and the Dreamcast and the PS2, which I believe were all the same. No. No, it's GameCube, Dreamcast, PS2, and original Xbox. That's what I'm thinking of. That whole, like the 128-bit era, if you want to call it that. But you have the transition from like the N64 where it's like super blocky, super, you know, hard to control, sort of janky looking, and then you go on to Wind Waker, or hell, Combat Evolved Halo look way fucking better than Ocarina of Time and Mario 64, and they're only like 5 years apart. And the reason being is that they got the experience from games like Mario 64 and games like Ocarina of Time to make 3D games better. You're from the Fighters Guild. Fight together against these foul necromancers. Okay, so we just need to go in there and kill necromancers. But you sort of have this big jump between, say, the N64 and the GameCube, where, well, number one, the consoles are considerably more powerful than the N64, and you also have the fact that, you know, 3D games had sort of become, like, Doom really made 3D games start to become the standard for the gaming industry, was Doom, because Doom was stupidly popular, and Doom came out back when the SNES came out, and sort of there was the whole it's sort of like who has the best Mortal Kombat port is who has the best Doom.
Sorry. I was in murder mode.
Little quick to the trigger there, Ace. But, like, 3D games really came about as a direct answer to, well, how do we prove that our game system has more power than the competitor's system? That's a danger. That's a Dremora. And the answer that they ended up coming to was not, how can we put more pixels in the game so that, you know, the 2D sprites are more, detailed. The end result that they came to is we can prove that our system can run a 3D, like fully 3D, fully rendered world. And it kept going and going from there.
As much as anybody wants to say it, are 2D models wrapped around something. They will forever be that.
3D modeling is difficult purely because you have to take a 2D basically spread and you have to wrap it around a 3D rig and make it look good. Which is why a lot of these necromancers dead. Yeah, cool.
Goodbye.
Then there's a spooky ghost. Oh, you weren't supposed to do that.
What?
You weren't supposed to. Oh, that was hers. Oh, you leveled up. But anyway, like for this game specifically, well, I mean, this game, it looks like it does because it came out on the original Xbox and
That's
graphical fidelity for that.
In the ass, isn't it?
Probably.
I really didn't.
That's fine. I would have absolutely clobbered that thing too if I saw it. But the Vampires of Waterfell.
No game has ever made me look through all the books every time.
That's because you're looking for more copies of the
32 lessons.
of the lessons of Vivek so that I can read them like a schizophrenic. But
Please. Ah. Care.
But the
I don't even
excuse me if I can get back to my original train of thought.
Sorry.
It always comes back down to how games look, and unfortunately that's sort of the driving factor behind most games made today is, well, you need to distribute your points. I think strength, speed, and endurance.
Strength doesn't make any sense.
No, you'd still have to raise it because your base strength is not altered. It just gives you like 150 points of added strength. So you have to do endurance too.
Okay. How much health do I have now? 72.
The 72. Now, the higher base endurance you have, the more health you get per level up.
Okay.
We need to find a place that's got like... We need to take an episode where we just go back to Sadrith Moor and let the fucking rats chew on our ankles for like an hour. Get our heavy armor up. But it always comes back to graphical fidelity, which is the way that the gaming industry is now, and it's worse off for it because, like, yeah, COD Black Ops 6 is going to look amazing, like, graphically, but that fucking game is going to be like 150 gig when it comes out.
And it's going to suck.
And it's going to suck. Well, that's partially due to, you know, business practice, but it's also kind of due to the fact that they want the game to look good above everything else. But like, Red Dead 2, in my opinion, is still one of the best. Whether to accuse you of murder or negligence. She's still...
You want something, friend?
Okay.
Duties.
They have no way to prove that I didn't kill her.
Well, you have to ask him for more duties. Unless you want to go back to... Unless you want to go do what I said and go to Sadrith Moor and just sit for the time that we have left and power level our heavy armor.
Oh, we can.
I think that may be what we should do.
Alright. Sadrith Mora. That's
Sadrith Mora, yeah.
Where's that?
That's back by Balmora.
Okay.
You can take a silk starter there from Balmora. But the, like, Red Dead 2, in my opinion, is still one of the best... It's arguably still the best looking game of all time, in my opinion.
There's some more impressive.
There's some more technically impressive games than, like...
Wait, where am I going?
Satanin, that's what I meant.
We make a special trip just
Then we go find a rat out in the wilderness and just let it wail on us so we can get heavy armor experience.
Okay.
But, like... The search for graphical fidelity and like the drive to make games look as good as they possibly can is a good thing in some certain respects because it makes the hardware that you play the game, it forces companies to make the hardware that you run the game on more powerful so that it can actually handle the graphics of the game that you're trying to run it on. But part of
bigger and better worlds too.
Yeah, part of the problem as well is a lot of times companies will focus solely on the graphical fidelity and they won't focus on the, you know, story or the gameplay. Like, hell, this game looks like absolute dog shit compared to something like Red Dead 2 or, you know, the latest COD, but the story's fucking awesome because they literally had to make the story good to keep people engaged. Because, like, okay, you gotta think. This game's coming off of the heels of... Well, this game's coming off the heels of fucking Combat Evolved, Wind Waker, Final Fantasy VII, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, yeah. I believe Wind Waker came out in 01. Let me look and double check that.
For Wind Waker, that's not possible.
Wind Waker, let's see here. I may be wrong. 2002. Okay, so this game came out before Wind Waker.
For the remaster, I bet.
Yeah, for the remaster. No, Wind Waker came out for the GameCube.
Okay,
so it came out a little bit after.
We're gonna sit and talk and watch us brutally get beaten by this rat.
Yeah. So we're going to... Okay, so I was incorrect. It came out the same year as Wind Waker. But... Like, you gotta think, this game is coming off of the heels of some of the best games ever released. Let me actually look up Let me look up when Combat Evolved came out. Let me make sure that I've got that correct. Okay, November 15th, 2001. Gotcha. But you got to think, this game's coming off of the heels of Combat Evolved, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, not Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Mario 64, Final Fantasy VII is kind of the big one in my opinion, for like basically type of game, like Final Fantasy VII, just a bunch of different really, really fucking good games came out before this one. And this is, hell, if you want to even talk about Elder Scrolls games, Daggerfall came out before this game, and Daggerfall is awesome. Like, story-wise, Daggerfall's really good. So when they came to this game, they had to find a way to balance proving what the original Xbox and like PS2 were capable of graphically, and making a good enough game that people would want to buy it. And like they succeeded. But like, look at Fallout 76. Why don't we? Let's look at Fallout 76. Or no, hell, let's look at Starfield, actually. Because I think Starfield's a much better example than Fallout 76. Because the whole thing with Fallout 76, people wanted to buy it because it's multiplayer Fallout. Starfield is coming off of the heels of Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2018, Red Dead 2.
Yay. Oh wait, my unarmored skill is
Unarmored.
high.
Yeah, maybe... I don't know why it's doing unarmored. But anyway, it's like... You have Red Dead 2, God of War Ragnarok, I'm fairly certain. Did it come out before or after Starfield? I want to say before.
God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Real close to each other.
I know Elden Ring came out before Starfield. I think it did.
Well, Elden Ring is a masterpiece.
Elden Ring. Baldur's Gate 3. Fucking... I'm trying to think of other ones. From like that, like before the Starfield era. Like you have Starfield going up against all of these heavy hitters. Like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Resident Evil 4 Remastered, which is a remaster technically, so it shouldn't count, but I'm going to count on it anyway. And what does Starfield have? Starfield looks decent. It looks good. Like, graphically, it looks good.
The combat is fun.
What about the story?
The story is okay. Okay, well, the story is good for the parts that you're engaged in. So when you do the big main quest lines and you sit there and you're like, oh, I'm exploring the universe with this organization, I feel incredible. And it's great. So great. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm a space explorer. I've always wanted a game where I could just really be a space explorer. And then you get done with those main quest lines and you start visiting worlds and you're like, oh, I can't wait to do the next big quest. Because all of the ones I've done have been huge. And then you get there and they're like, it's like one scene from Family Guy. It's like, there's nothing.
Well, okay, let me ask you a better question. Is the story of Starfield good enough that you would play it again?
I haven't.
Would you play God of War 2018?
It has a new game plus system and I didn't even play it again.
Would you play God of War 2018 through again?
I did. I played it through twice.
Would you play Elden Ring through again?
I played through it 7 times.
Would you play Red Dead 2 over again? If assuming that hypothetically you've beaten Red Dead 2.
I probably would. Watching Arthur is going to be hard, but I will do it.
Okay.
I played Fallout 4 several times over though.
Oh yeah, but...
Oh.
Oh yeah, Netch attack you, by the way. I neglected to mention that part. But like... Oh hey, we're back here. At least we didn't go back. Why do you not save?
Because I got used to games with autosave systems.
This game has an autosave system.
I got used to games with better autosave systems.
Fair enough. But like,
Can I edit the intervention in which it saves? No, I can't.
I think it already kind of has. But like games like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3, like Baldur's Gate 3 especially. Like Baldur's Gate 3, Red Dead 2, God of War. All of these games are like, they have replay value. They look amazing while they're doing it. Like Elden Ring looks fucking fantastic. It's just the focus is on less of the graphical fidelity, and it's more on just the fact that Miyazaki's a fucking insane person.
We're gonna get a nice view and we're gonna talk.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright.
But like, each of the games that I mentioned has graphical fidelity, and they have replayability. Like, you want to replay the game over again to do different things and get different choices. Specifically, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, and Red Dead 2, I think, are the best examples for this. Like, Red Dead 2 has multiple endings.
First of all, any game that has a New Game Plus instantly shoots up in my mind. Because one of my main problems with replaying a game, which I don't have a huge problem with, I can always just, like, do what I need to do, and I can fix a game with mods if I'm like, the start of this game is too slow. By my, like, 7th or 8th playthrough of Fallout 4, I was like, the start of this game is too slow. I need a start me up mod. And then I had it, and it was like, alright, now you've created a character, what were you doing? And it's like, oh, I was doing this. It's like, are you the father of Sean? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm Joe Schmo, Wasteland Wanderer. It's like, alright, cool, how much gear did you have? I was like, I had a lot of gear. It's like, what level should your gear and yourself be? It's like 25. And then it like lets me rush into the game. And I'm like, now I'm back in the action. I'm doing side quests, blowing shit up, playing through it in a different way. That's great. That's good. Bethesda did good with that. But Starfield is like, okay, keep your level and your experience and keep your Dragonborn powers and lose everything else. And that, like, kind of ruined it for me. Any chance of me replaying. Because, like, the only options that they differ with is, like, do you want to be a horrible bastard instead of... Well, no, like, even the end of the game is either I side with the people who want to control the ability to enter the heart of the universe, whatever it's called. I want to be the person who, like, only the strong should get through, and everyone, it's survival of the fittest. Or am I the fuck both your factions faction, and I just rush in no matter what?
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, like, with Elden Ring, there's a shitload of endings to Elden Ring. There's, like, what, 7 of them?
There's a bunch.
And each of them is just ever so slightly different. Like, obviously, the big ones are, you have...
Age of Stars,
the Age of Stars,
Order,
Age of Perfect Order,
and the
well, I mean, like, specifically the ones that, like, super change up the way that the game ends.
Yeah, and the...
Like, you've the age where... You've the age where, like, you just do the normal thing of just rebuilding the Elden Ring. Like, you probably do this one your first playthrough.
I consider the Perfect Order one to be the best of those endings, and that's why I always say it. Because it is... I think it's better, because it's like, oh, you've repaired the Elden Ring. And not only have you repaired it, you've made it so it's correct. You've not just shoved it back the way it was.
Well, yeah, but the problem is whose definition of correct are we going off of?
We are going off
Just
of the golden
old
mask
masks?
and in his dying breath going, here it is. You don't have to use it. I've been working on it. Look at it if you want.
Well, it's kind of the... It's kind of why I wish the translation was better for Elden Ring, because...
Ronnie's
the thing about...
ending is, like,
well,
totally
the thing
messed up in English.
Well, the thing about Ronnie's ending is that it's not her. She's given the part of her ending that's fucked up is she's giving the people of the Lands Between the ability to choose their own fate, which is fucked up because if you've never had the ability to choose ever in your life, and then all of a sudden like that, you're given complete freedom, a lot of people wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it, and they would just keep doing what they were doing, or worse, they would start doing terrible things because they have the freedom to do that now. And with Gold Mask's ending, it's like, well, how the hell do we know if Gold Mask doesn't have an ulterior motive for doing this? It's like, oh, it's the Age of Perfect Order, but it's the age of his perfect order. And what does he gain? Well, what does he gain from doing that? Like, I understand that he died. Well, I understand that he...
Can I say my thing? What's his name? The, like, priest dude who's following him around goes, he's a full-on heretic. He's like, I thought he was this, like, perfect guy for the order, but he's a straight-up heretic. The things he's talking about are heresy. And that makes me go, oh, well, probably not just throwing... Because he's... Obviously, the Elden Ring is given by the Erd Tree and the Outer Gods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that... They've got something to gain by having control over the world. He is editing that system. But not any more than the fact that Ronnie is removing that system.
Well, the thing that I have with that is, what does he stand to gain from doing so? Because you can say, oh, he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart all you want, but the amount of times I can count in both reality and fiction that someone's doing something just out of the goodness of their heart is literally on one fucking hand. And it's usually if you, the player, are the one doing it out of the kind... Ew, Jesus. Out of the kindness of, like, the whole thing in Fallout 3 about activating the Project Purity. You get nothing out of doing that. The only reason that you would do that is because it's the good ending. And even then, you can activate Project Purity, and you can also put that little vial of FEV in the container that the president of the Enclave gives you, and fuck everybody over.
Yep. Including yourself. Because his expectation that you would be immune to it is wrong, because everyone is a little bit mutated.
But it's like... And, like, he could genuinely be doing it out of the kindness of his heart. It's just, I find that very unlikely. Especially in a Souls game. Like, if Elden Ring wasn't a Souls game, I would go, okay, maybe he is doing it out of the kindness of his heart. But I can't think of a single character in a Souls game that does something out of the goodness of their heart.
His ending is probably by far the most convoluted and difficult to get. There are so many ways to ruin it in comparison to the other ones that it kind of makes me go, why is this so difficult? Why do you have to do so many things?
Well, it's like in Dark Souls 1 there's two endings to the game. You have the Age of Fire, you have the Age of Dark, or the Age of Darkness. For the entirety of the game, you are being pushed towards the Age of Fire being the ending, that you need to relink the first flame. You need to rekindle the fire. And Frampt, for the entirety of the game, is pushing you towards the skull. He's like, you need to relink the fire, you need to relight the first flame, you need to continue the Age of Fire. It's only when you run into Koth, like either before or after you defeat the Four Kings, that another option is even presented to you, which is not linking the flame and letting the Age of Darkness take over. And at the end of the day, either ending you choose, Frampt wins. Because Frampt gets what he wants. It's either you relink the first flame, and he gets what he wants because that's what he's been pushing you to do the whole game, or you get the Age of Darkness, and guess who's right there to welcome you to the new world you just created? It's Frampt. Koth and Frampt both are sitting there, waiting for you to walk out of the kiln of the first flame to greet you and lead you through this new world that you've created. So what the hell is Frampt's motive for continuing the Age of Fire? And we even see in Dark Souls 3 that the Age of Fire is the incorrect choice. Because the Age of Fire going on for so long has caused the world to destabilize. That's why Lordran and Lothric and all of these, the Painted World, that's why all of these things are present in pretty much the same spot in Dark Souls 3, is because the fabric of the world is tearing. And time no longer works the way that it should, and space no longer works the way it should. That's why Anor Londo is in Dark Souls 3. The world itself is literally falling apart because the cycle has gone on for too long. The Age of Fire needs to end. So it's like, what does Frampt have to gain from the Age of Fire continuing? Because Frampt will go on and on. It's like, oh, you must relink the fire. You must continue the Age of Fire for the good of the world. What good is it going to do the world if the fabric of reality starts folding in on itself? Because the Age of Fire goes on for thousands of years until the events of Dark Souls 3 if the Chosen Undead relinks the flame.
Well, I mean, like, it's the canon ending, right? Because you are the final boss of Dark Souls 3.
Well, you and Gwyn and every other Lord of Cinder, but you are correct.
Although you could
argue that Gale is the final boss of Dark Souls 3 because it's the last thing to happen in the timeline.
Fair enough. But, well, you know, the final boss is all the different play styles that you can play as. The mage, the warrior, and the
Well, it's all of the lords of Cinder in one vessel, the Soul of Cinder. Because it does things that Gwyn does, it does things that you do. It's every single person who's ever linked that fire rolled up into one person. But at the end of the day, my question is, what does Goldmask have to get from changing the way that the Golden Order works? What does he have to gain from doing this? It's like, we know what Ronnie wants. Ronnie wants to give a big old fuck you to the Outer Gods and stop their meddling in the world. Because she wants to be the one to meddle in the world. We know what the Frenzied Flames goal is. It's to set the whole fucking world on fire.
Burn it all
we know what Dung Eater's goal is. He wants to be a fucking piece of shit.
Papa Nurgle is calling to him.
We know what Fia's goal is. She wants to bring Godwyn back as the Prince of Death. What the fuck is Goldmask's goal?
He's the only one who doesn't speak.
Yeah, he doesn't speak. He never tells us anything. He's just like, here, have this rune that will mend the Golden Order.
And can I play devil's advocate?
No, go ahead.
I think
I do it enough. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the fact that he doesn't speak alludes to a greater sense of sacrifice, and especially since he's the one who dies for his ending.
I mean, if you want to get technical, Ronnie also Dung Eater, Fia, and Ronnie all three die for their ending.
Ronnie doesn't die.
Her doll body dies.
Yeah, and you fix her.
No. Ronnie doesn't physically exist after she kills the two fingers. She's like Melina. No, after you kill Estelle, and when you get down to that
You
church and you're in the...
come to her and put the ring on her finger and she wakes up.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Her spirit appears, says, the consort something something have this cool greatsword, and then it disappears. She no longer has a physical form.
Well, she's
after
turning,
the
she's
death of the
turning
doll
into a
body.
god. She doesn't need one, really.
Yes, but she still... She completes the plan that she had when she killed Godwin. She loses her physical form. And Fia dies to bring Godwin back to life, and Dung Eater dies to give you the rune of poop walking. Like, all of them die to... The only thing that doesn't
dies in
die...
Dark Souls, I guess.
Well, the only thing that arguably doesn't... Well, I think the Three Fingers actually do disintegrate, but, like, everybody dies in the Frenzy Flame ending. No, Gold Mask dying at the end of his isn't unique. Okay, I will specify. A part of every single person dies over the course of their ending. Whether it be them actually dying, Ronnie losing her physical form, every single person gives up something to achieve their... So that they hope you do their ending. So my question is, what does Gold Mask stand to gain by repairing the Golden Order? And I think that's something that they're going to go into if they ever make a sequel to Elden Ring. I doubt that they will. So I think Miyazaki has stated that I think Elden Ring is sort of the final big game that he plans on making. I heard that at some point somewhere. But, like, I think that's going to be something that they elaborate on if they, pick an ending to Elden Ring. Like, to be canon, like they did with Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
And it could elaborate, like, say it's the Age of Stars ending that they pick for an Elden Ring 2 electric butthole glue. Like, you could find out that, hey, this was a terrible idea. Ronnie's a huge piece of shit, and she's fucking up everything and going on a power trip. You need to go stab her soul to death with the Rune of Death, which you just so happen to have to collect for literally any of the endings. So Ronnie has the Rune of Death in her ending because you have it. And you probably have to, like, fight yourself, or, like, fight the Consort of the Stars. So, like, my question is, if they pick Gold Mask's ending to be the canon one, what's going to be the twist? Like, what's going to be the catch behind that ending?
Oh, they never choose the good ending. It's always a variation of something is terrible.
Well, if I had to pick
which
two endings I think they're going to go with if they ever make a sequel, it would be either Age of Frenzy or Age of Stars.
Well, the Age of Fracture is the de facto, right? If you do nothing but kill everyone.
If you do nothing but get enough Great Runes to fix the ring and then play through the rest of the game, the Age of Fracture is the one that you get.
So probably the Age of Fracture, because that throws the world into the most disarray without destroying or changing it so incredibly much that it's like, oh, this is a different universe. I was a mage build, right? I was an intelligence. I loved the dual casting.
I'm sorry. I
Funnily enough,
had a bit of a tickle in my throat.
Dark Moon sword way more than I use spells.
A coward. I'm sorry.
I
That was rude.
Stun damage.
I'm sorry.
And,
That was rude.
no, it's fine. A duel as Moonblade was also great.
I like to give JJ shit because the first way that I played through the game was a bleed build, and I know for a fact that I have no room to talk because I played with a bleed build, but I like to make fun of JJ anyway. Hell, I want to tell this. We don't have enough time. In fact, we should probably get to wrapping this up. But the next episode, I'm definitely going to tell the story about your first time fighting Melania
Oh,
and the role that I played in that.
you beat her before me and started later than me?
I started after James did, and I beat Melania before he did. And as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one out of our group to beat her without a summon.
Well, that's more to the fact that it was just not a challenge that any of the rest of us wanted to do. But we're proud of you for doing it.
I remember I shit talked to you and said that you could like or that you wouldn't be able to beat her before I beat her. And I think you tried it for a second, and I think you got mad and quit.
Oh yeah, I remember going, nah.
Actually, whenever I do the DLC, I plan on beating Radon. No summon. Because my mama did not raise no bitch. Anyway, we got a bit off topic of the conversation we initially started with, but I did like the dive into the Dark Souls lore. Which, speaking of which, everybody, we do plan on playing through the Dark... I plan on having... do you want to do all three of them? Or I'm talking about Dark Souls specifically.
Oh, Dark Souls specifically. I've heard number 2 is not great, but I would do it anyhow.
Well, I mean, you've played more of Dark Souls 3 than I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I went full strength build in that one, and I had a lot of fun.
Well, you got to... Not Martyr. You got to Pontiff Sullivan, didn't you? I forget whether you beat Pontiff Sullivan, but I know that you fought Pontiff Sullivan.
I beat him.
Is he the only Lord of Sin? No, because you beat...
No, I beat the giant.
You beat Yorm.
Yorm. There was another one I did. Oh,
the Abyss Watcher.
Yeah.
But
I'm at Anor Londo.
Right. Yeah, you're about to go to Aldrich. Or you were at
I was at
Aldrich.
him. Yeah, I was at him.
Yeah.
Surprisingly short section to get to him.
Well, Anor Londo being there is mostly just a case of, hey, remember Dark Souls 1? Here. But I like the lore of Dark Souls, which... It's it. The thing that you said about Soul of Cinder being the final boss, it's kind of arguable which is stronger between the Soul of Cinder and Gale. At the end of the Ring City DLC, because like the Soul of Cinder is every single person who has ever linked that fire. But Gale is every single part of the Dark Soul except for you.
Yeah.
And Gwyn was so afraid of somebody putting the Dark Soul back together and challenging him that he cursed humanity with to go hollow. Like, Gwyn was so afraid of somebody putting together all of the pieces of the pygmy's soul that he cursed humanity to go hollow. Like, that he is the reason that you go hollow in Dark Souls.
Yeah. Well, not you, because you're invincible.
Well, no, but like most of humanity goes hollow because Gwyn cursed them to do so. So it's kind of debatable, but we don't have time for that today because we're out of time for today. Which we may. Anyway, we should probably say some closing words, and then I'll figure out how to edit this fuck-ass video, because, fun fact, everybody, Morrowind crashed halfway through the recording session.
Yep, which stopped the recording, so...
Yeah, I'll have to piece it back together, but I'll figure that out. But anyway, we enjoyed having y'all here. Anybody who's chose to watch, and especially anybody who made it all the way through here, because, homeboy, you need a life. Because if you're gonna sit here and listen to 2 hours worth of two idiots talking, you may as well watch two idiots who are entertaining.
Don't insult our fans. Our people. Who
yes.
turn
All
us on
6
this
of them.
background noise.
All 6 of them. 7. Anyway, but we enjoyed having you all here, and we may do something very similar to this next time we play. Or, well, depending on if JJ ends up getting that capture card, we may do Breath of the Wild next time.
Would be pretty neat.
Because if you just want to come up to my place and get come up to the door and get the Switch, I can give you everything you need for it.
Okay.
Because, well, I mean, James has asked me multiple times if he can borrow the Switch to just play Zelda, and I figure we can record it. Or we've talked about recording it before.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah. But we may be doing Breath of the Wild next time if James ends up buying that capture card. If he doesn't, then we will bring you more Morrowind, or we may bring you something else. We may decide that day we want to do something different, but
We're gonna make Cole play heavily modded Elden Ring.
At some point, I plan on getting Cole sat down and playing, or starting an Oblivion playthrough for y'all. Because he has never played Oblivion, and he specifically told me he doesn't want me saying shit unless he asks for it. Which is going to be funny.
It'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
It has quest markers, though, so it won't be nearly as entertaining as...
Yeah, but that means he doesn't get Umbra.
Oh, yeah.
Because I ain't telling him shit. Because he specified, don't tell me a damn thing. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. But anyway, we have loved entertaining y'all for however long you decided to stay with us. At some point, we will get ported over to OpenMW just so that it will be more stable than the crashes we've been having. It's just, at this point, it's either going to be fighting with figuring out how to do the converter, or me and James are going to just have to take a day and get back to the spot that we're at now in OpenMW, but we'll just have to take a day, maybe this week, and discuss what we're gonna do with it. But that is entirely up to James, because I understand if he doesn't want to play through the entire game again, but at the same time, it would just, the stability alone would be a godsend.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's up to you, man. Whatever you want to do.
But thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time, or don't.
Well, if you like seeing me simp heavily over, if you want to see me simp heavily for Urbosa, tune into that Breath of the Wild playthrough, because I will bring great dishonor upon my house and clan.
Dishonor upon your family, dishonor upon your cow.
I told James this before we started recording. I saw an Urbosa cosplayer in real life once. I ran into a rack of stuffed animals. Because I was not paying attention to where I was going.
Alright, everybody. Bye.
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 Okay, now...